Before we start, make sure to like and subscribe for more educational English videos like this one. My Simple Life in America. Hello, my name is Daniel. I am 22 years old. I live in a small city in the United States. My city is not very big, but it is nice and quiet. There are many houses, some schools, a library, a park, a supermarket, and a movie theater. I like my city because people are friendly and life is simple here. I live with my family in a small house. My house has 3 bedrooms, 1 kitchen, 1 living room, and 2 bathrooms. My bedroom is not big, but it is comfortable. I have a bed, a desk, a chair, and a small closet. I also have a computer on my desk. I use my computer for studying, watching videos, and talking with my friends. Every morning, I wake up at 7 o'clock. First, I check my phone. Then I get out of bed and go to the bathroom. I wash my face, brush my teeth, and take a quick shower. After that, I get dressed. I usually wear jeans, a t-shirt, and sneakers. I like comfortable clothes. For breakfast, I usually eat eggs and toast. Sometimes I eat cereal with milk. I also drink coffee. In America, many people drink coffee in the morning. My mom drinks coffee too, but my dad likes tea. My little sister likes orange juice. We sometimes eat breakfast together, but on busy mornings, everyone eats quickly. After breakfast, I go to school. My school is about 15 minutes from my house by bus. I like taking the bus because I can listen to music. My classes start at 8:30. I study English, math, history, and computer science. My favorite class is English because I like reading stories and learning new words. My teacher is very kind. She speaks slowly and clearly, so everyone can understand her. At school, I have many friends. My best friend is Michael. He is funny and smart. We often study together. At lunchtime, we sit in the cafeteria. I usually eat a sandwich, an apple, and some chips. Michael often eats pizza or a hamburger. We talk about music, movies, sports, and our plans for the weekend. After school, I sometimes go to the library. The library is quiet, and I can study there. I like reading simple books in English. When I find a new word, I write it in my notebook. Then I write one example sentence. For example, if the word is friendly, I write, "My neighbor is friendly." This helps me remember the word. In the afternoon, I go home. When I get home, I usually rest for 30 minutes. I sit on the couch and watch TV. Sometimes I watch American shows with subtitles. This is good practice for listening. American people often speak fast, so subtitles help me understand. In the evening, I help my mom in the kitchen. We cook dinner together. My mom likes making chicken, rice, vegetables, and soup. I can make salad and pasta. I am not a great cook, but I am learning. My family eats dinner at 7 o'clock. At dinner, we talk about our day. My dad talks about his job, my sister talks about school, and I talk about my classes. After dinner, I do my homework. I usually study for 1 or 2 hours. Then I call my friend or play a video game. I do not play games for a long time because I need to sleep early. At night, I brush my teeth, put on my pajamas, and get into bed. I sometimes read a book before sleeping. I go to sleep at about 11 o'clock. On weekends, my life is different. I do not wake up early. I usually wake up at 9 or 10 o'clock. On Saturday morning, I clean my room. I make my bed, put my clothes in the closet, and clean my desk. Then I go shopping with my family. We go to a big supermarket near our house. We buy bread, milk, eggs, fruit, vegetables, meat, and snacks. I like going to the supermarket because I can see many different foods. There are apples, bananas, oranges, grapes, potatoes, tomatoes, carrots, and onions. There are also many drinks like water, soda, juice, and iced tea. In America, many supermarkets are very big. You can buy food, clothes, medicine, and even flowers in one place. On Saturday afternoon, I often meet my friends at the park. The park is clean and green. There are many trees, benches, and walking paths. Some people walk their dogs. Some children play soccer. Some families have picnics. My friends and I sometimes play basketball. I am not the best player, but I enjoy the game. In the evening, we sometimes go to a movie theater. I like watching comedy movies because they are fun and easy to understand. I also like action movies, but sometimes they are too fast for me. After the movie, we usually eat burgers or tacos. Tacos are very popular in many American cities. I like chicken tacos with cheese and lettuce. On Sunday, I like to relax. I stay home, drink coffee, and listen to music. Sometimes I video call my cousins. They live in another state, so I do not see them often. We talk about school, work, family, and funny things. In the afternoon, I prepare for the new week. I check my homework, wash my clothes, and plan my schedule. I think learning English is important. English helps me talk to new people, watch movies, read books, and understand the world better. Sometimes learning English is difficult. Pronunciation can be hard. Grammar can be confusing. Some words sound the same but have different meanings. But I do not give up. I practice every day. My advice is simple. Listen, read, speak, and write a little every day. You do not need to be perfect. You only need to try. When you make a mistake, it is okay. Mistakes help you learn. Speak slowly. Use simple words. Ask questions. Say, "Can you repeat that, please?" Or "What does this word mean?" These sentences are very useful. I want to improve my English because I have many dreams. I want to travel to different places. I want to meet people from other countries. I want to study more and find a good job. I know it takes time, but I believe I can do it. Life is a journey. Every day is a new chance to learn something. Today I learn one word. Tomorrow I learn one sentence. Next month I can speak better. Step by step, I can improve. I am happy because I am learning, growing, and moving forward.
My new life in a small American town. Hi, my name is Alex. I am 21 years old. I live in a small town in the United States. The town is in Oregon. Oregon is a state in the northwest of America. It is green, quiet, and beautiful. There are many trees, mountains, rivers, and parks. The weather is sometimes sunny, sometimes rainy. People here say, in Oregon, always take a jacket. I think this is true because the weather can change quickly. I moved to this town 2 months ago. Before this, I lived in a big city. The big city was exciting, but it was also loud and stressful. There were many cars, many people, and many tall buildings. I liked the city, but I wanted a quieter life. Now I live with my uncle and his family. They have a small house near a school and a grocery store. My uncle's house is simple but comfortable. It has 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, a kitchen, a living room, and a small backyard. In the backyard, there is a tree, a table for chairs, and some flowers. My uncle likes gardening. He grows tomatoes, peppers, and herbs. In the summer, we eat fresh tomatoes from the garden. They taste very good. My room is small, but I like it. I have a bed, a desk, a chair, a lamp, and a closet. On my desk, I have my laptop, my English notebook, and a small plant. I also have a calendar on the wall. I write my school days, work hours, and important plans on the calendar. It helps me stay organized every morning. I wake up at 6:45. I do not like waking up early, but I am trying to build a good routine. First, I turn off my alarm. Then I sit on my bed for 1 minute because I feel sleepy. After that, I stand up, open the window, and look outside. Sometimes the sky is gray. Sometimes the sun is bright. Sometimes I can hear birds in the trees. I go to the bathroom and wash my face. I brush my teeth and comb my hair. Then I get dressed. I usually wear jeans, a hoodie, and sneakers. Many people in my town dress very casually. They wear comfortable clothes because the town is relaxed. For breakfast, I usually eat oatmeal with banana. Sometimes I eat toast with peanut butter. I also drink coffee with milk. My uncle drinks black coffee. My aunt drinks tea. My little cousin drinks hot chocolate. In the kitchen, everyone is busy in the morning. My uncle gets ready for work. My aunt prepares lunch for my cousin. My cousin looks for his backpack and shoes. Every morning he says, "Where are my shoes?" And every morning, they are near the door. At 7:30, I leave the house. I walk to my English class. The school is not far from the house. It takes about 15 minutes on foot. I like walking because the air is fresh. On the way, I see small houses, trees, and people walking their dogs. Some neighbors say, "Good morning." I smile and say, "Good morning too." At first, I felt shy, but now I feel more comfortable. My English class starts at 8 o'clock. The class is for beginner and elementary students. My teacher's name is Mrs. Carter. She is very kind and patient. She speaks slowly, but she uses natural American English. She teaches us useful words and sentences for daily life. She always says, use English every day, even if it is only 5 minutes. There are 12 students in my class. They are from different countries. My friend Daigo is from Mexico. My friend Lena is from Korea. My friend Omar is from Egypt. My friend Sophia is from Italy. We all have different accents, but we all want the same thing. We want to speak English better. In class, we practice listening, speaking, reading, and writing. On Monday, we learn about daily routines. We say sentences like, I wake up at 7, I take a shower, I go to work, and I cook dinner. On Tuesday, we practice shopping conversations. On Wednesday, we learn how to ask for directions. On Thursday, we talk about food. On Friday, we play a vocabulary game. Today is Wednesday, so we practice directions. Mrs. Carter draws a map on the board. There is a bank, a library, a pharmacy, a coffee shop, and a bus stop. She asks, how do I get to the library? I answer, go straight, turn left, and the library is on your right. She smiles and says, good job, Alex. I feel happy because I answer without looking at my notebook. After the lesson, we work in pairs. I work with Lena. She asks me, excuse me, where is the pharmacy? I say, it is next to the bank. Then I ask her, where is the coffee shop? She says, it is across from the library. We repeat the conversation many times. This helps us remember. 10:30. We have a short break. Some students go outside. Some students drink coffee. I usually eat a small snack. Today I eat an apple and drink water. Daigo buys a cookie from the vending machine. He says, this cookie is too sweet. I laugh and say, but you always buy it. He says, yes, because I like sweet food. We laugh together. Class ends at 12 o'clock. After class, I sometimes go home. But today, I go to a small CAF with my classmates. The CAF is near the school. It has big windows, wooden tables, and friendly workers. When we enter, the woman at the counter says, hi, what can I get for you? This is a common sentence in American CAFs. I order a small coffee and a turkey sandwich. I say, can I get a small coffee and a turkey sandwich, please? The woman asks, anything else? I say, no, thank you. Then she says, that'll be $8.50. I pay with my card. In America, many people pay with cards, even for small things. We sit at a table near the window. We talk in English because we want to practice. Our sentences are simple, but we understand each other. Omar says he likes this town because it is quiet. Sophia says she misses Italian food. Lena says American coffee is very big. Daigo says he wants to buy a car because buses are slow. I say I want to find a part-time job. After lunch, I go to the library. The library is one of my favorite places in town. It is clean, quiet, and warm. There are many books, computers, tables, and comfortable chairs. The library also has free English books for learners. I choose a simple book about a family trip. The words are easy, and the story is interesting. I sit by the window and read for 1 hour. When I see a new word, I write it in my notebook. Today, I learned these words: neighbor, borrow, invite, appointment, and schedule. I write simple sentences with them. My neighbor is friendly. Can I borrow your pen? I want to invite my friend. I have a doctor's appointment. My schedule is busy. Writing sentences helps me understand the words better. At 3 o'clock. I go to my part-time job interview. The interview is at a small grocery store. I feel nervous because I need to speak English. The manager's name is Mr. Wilson. He is friendly. He asks simple questions. He says, tell me about yourself. I say, my name is Alex. I am an English student. I am friendly, responsible, and I want to work part-time. He asks, can you work on weekends? I say, yes, I can work on Saturdays and Sundays. The interview takes only 15 minutes. Mr. Wilson says he will call me next week. I say, thank you for your time. Then I leave the store. I feel proud because I did the interview in English. Maybe my English was not perfect, but I tried. That is important. After the interview, I walk home. On the way, I stop at a small park. The park has a playground, a basketball court, and a walking path. Some children are playing. 2 older people are sitting on a bench. A man is walking a big dog. The dog looks happy. I sit on a bench for a few minutes and enjoy the fresh air. When I get home, my aunt is in the kitchen. She is making chicken soup. The house smells very good. She asks, how was your day? I say, it was good. I had a job interview. She says, really? That's great. I tell her about the interview. She says, "I'm proud of you." I feel happy when she says that. In the evening, we eat dinner together. We eat chicken soup, bread, and salad. My uncle talks about his work. He works at a car repair shop. He fixes cars and talks to customers. He says his job is tiring, but he likes helping people. My aunt works at a dentist's office. She answers phones and helps patients. My cousin is in middle school. He talks about his math test and his soccer practice after dinner. I help clean the kitchen. I wash the dishes, and my cousin dries them. Then I take out the trash. In my uncle's house, everyone helps. I think this is good because the house feels like a team. At night, I study English for 1 hour. I review my class notes. I practice pronunciation. I listen to a short American podcast for English learners. The speaker talks slowly and clearly. I repeat some sentences after the speaker. I try to copy the American sounds. Some words are difficult for me, like world, 30, and comfortable. I practice them many times. Then I write in my diary. I write about my day in simple English. I write, "Today I went to English class." We practice directions. I had lunch with my classmates. I read a book at the library. I had a job interview. I felt nervous, but I did my best. My diary is not perfect, but it is useful. It shows me my progress. Before I sleep, I call my mother. She lives far away, and I miss her. She asks, "Are you eating well?" Mothers always ask this question. I laugh and say, "Yes, I eat well." She asks, "Are you studying?" I say, "Yes, every day." She says, "I am proud of you." I feel a little emotional, but I try to sound happy after the call. I get ready for bed. I brush my teeth and put on my pajamas. I set my alarm for 6:45. Then I turn off the light. My room is quiet. I can hear the rain outside. The sound of rain is soft and peaceful. I close my eyes and think about my new life.
A busy day in Chicago. Hello. My name is Emma. I am 20 years old. I live in Chicago with my older brother, Mark. Chicago is a big city in the United States. It is in the state of Illinois. The city is famous for tall buildings, cold winters, deep dish pizza, music, parks, and Lake Michigan. I like Chicago because it is busy, beautiful, and full of different people. My brother and I live in a small apartment near a train station. The apartment is on the 3rd floor. It has 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom, a kitchen, and a living room. My brother sleeps in the bedroom, and I sleep on a sofa bed in the living room. It is not a big place, but it is clean and warm. In winter, this is very important because Chicago can be very cold. Every morning, I wake up at 6:30. My alarm rings, and I open my eyes slowly. I do not get up immediately. I stay in bed for 2 minutes and think about my day. Then I stand up, fold my blanket, and open the curtains. Sometimes the sky is gray. Sometimes it is blue. In winter, there is snow on the street. In summer, the sun is bright, and people walk outside early. I go to the bathroom, wash my face, and brush my teeth. Then I get dressed. Today, I wear black pants, a blue sweater, a warm coat, and comfortable shoes. In Chicago, people walk a lot, so good shoes are very important. I also take my backpack, my phone, my keys, and my train card. In the kitchen, my brother is making coffee. He works at a hotel downtown, so he wakes up early too. He says, "Morning, Emma." I say, "Morning." We are both sleepy, so we do not talk a lot. For breakfast, I eat toast with butter and a boiled egg. I also drink coffee with milk. My brother drinks black coffee and eats a banana. He always says he does not have time for a big breakfast. At 7:15, we leave the apartment together. The air is cold, and I put my hands in my coat pockets. We walk to the train station. Many people are going to work or school. Some people carry coffee cups. Some people wear headphones. Some people look tired. The city feels busy, even in the morning. I take the train to my English school. The train is crowded, but it is fast. I stand near the door and hold the pole. I listen to the announcements carefully because I do not want to miss my stop. At first, the train system was confusing for me. Now I understand it better. I know which line to take, where to change trains, and which stop is near my school. My English class starts at 8 o'clock. My teacher's name is Mr. Harris. He is from Michigan, but he has lived in Chicago for many years. He speaks clearly and uses simple examples. He is funny too. Sometimes he tells small jokes, and the class laughs. I like this because learning feels less stressful. There are many students in my class. My friend Maria is from Mexico. My friend Ollie is from Turkey. My friend Hannah is from Japan. My friend Lucas is from Brazil. We all speak different languages, but in class we try to speak English. Sometimes it is difficult, but we help each other. Today, we learn how to talk about plans. Mr. Harris writes on the board, I am going to. Then he gives examples. I am going to study tonight. I am going to visit my friend this weekend. I am going to cook dinner. We repeat the sentences. Then we make our own sentences. I say, I am going to go to the library after class. Maria says, I am going to call my mother tonight. Ollie says, I am going to watch a movie. Hannah says, I am going to buy groceries. Lucas says, I am going to play soccer. Mr. Harris says, great job, everyone. After grammar, we practice speaking. We ask each other questions. What are you going to do after school? What are you going to eat for dinner? Where are you going to go this weekend? I like speaking practice because it helps me feel more confident. I still make mistakes, but I speak more than before. At 10 o'clock, we have a short break. I go to the hallway and drink water. Maria shows me pictures of her dog. Her dog is small and white. Its name is Coco. I say, your dog is very cute. She smiles and says, thank you. Then I show her a photo of Lake Michigan. I went there last weekend with my brother. The lake looked like an ocean because it was so big. Class ends at 12 o'clock. I say goodbye to my friends and leave the school. I feel hungry, so I go to a sandwich shop near the school. The shop is small but popular. There is a line of people inside. I wait and look at the menu. There are turkey sandwiches, chicken sandwiches, tuna sandwiches, salads, soup, chips and drinks. When it is my turn, the worker says, hi, what can I get for you? I say, can I get a turkey sandwich and a bottle of water, please? He asks, do you want chips with that? I say, no, thank you. Then he says, for here or to go? I say, to go, please. I pay with my card and wait for my sandwich. I take my food to a small park. The park is not very big, but it is nice. There are benches, trees, and a walking path. I sit on a bench and eat my lunch. A woman walks her dog. Two men talk near a coffee cart. A child runs after a bird. I like eating outside when the weather is not too cold. After lunch, I go to the public library. The library is large and quiet. I love libraries because they are peaceful. I find a table near the window and take out my notebook. I review my English lesson. I write 5 sentences with I am going to. I write, I'm going to study English. Tonight, I am going to cook pasta for dinner. I'm going to call my mother on Sunday. I am going to clean the apartment tomorrow. I am going to visit the lake this weekend. Then I read a short English story. The story is about a family that moves to a new city. The words are simple, but the story is nice. When I see a new word, I write it down. Today, I learn move, neighbor, upstairs, downstairs, invite, and quiet. I write example sentences because this helps me remember. At 2:30, I leave the library and go to a grocery store. My brother asked me to buy some food for dinner. I need pasta, tomato sauce, cheese, lettuce, apples, and milk. The grocery store is busy. People push shopping carts and look for food. I take a small basket because I do not need many things. First, I find the pasta. Then I find tomato sauce. There are many kinds of sauce, and I do not know which one to choose. I pick a simple tomato basil sauce. Then I buy cheese and lettuce. In the fruit section, I choose 5 red apples. Last, I get milk from the cold section. At the checkout, the cashier says, did you find everything okay? I say, yes. Thank you. She asks, do you need a bag? I say, yes, please. Then I pay and leave the store. My bags are a little heavy, so I walk slowly to the train station. On the train, I sit by the window. I look outside and watch the city. I see tall buildings, small houses, cars, buses, and people walking. Chicago is big, but I am starting to understand it. I know my neighborhood. I know my school. I know the library. I know the grocery store. This makes me feel more at home. When I arrive at the apartment, it is 4 o'clock. I put the groceries in the kitchen. Then I rest for 30 minutes. I sit on the couch and check my phone. I have a message from my mother. She writes, "How are you today?" I answer, "I am good. I went to class, the library, and the grocery store." She sends a heart emoji. I miss her, but I am happy she can message me every day. At 5 o'clock, I start cooking dinner. I am not a great cook, but pasta is easy. I boil water in a pot. Then I add the pasta. While the pasta cooks, I heat the tomato sauce. I also make a simple salad with lettuce, apples, and cheese. My brother comes home at 6 o'clock. He opens the door and says, "Something smells good." I laugh and say, "It's just pasta." We eat dinner together at 6:30. My brother says the pasta is good. I am happy because I cooked it myself. During dinner, we talk about our day. He tells me about the hotel. He says many tourists ask for directions. Sometimes they ask, "Where is the best pizza place?" He always gives them the name of a local restaurant. I tell him about my English class. I say, "Today we learned I am going to." He asks, "What are you going to do tomorrow?" I say, "I am going to study and maybe go for a walk." He smiles and says, "Good answer." My brother helps me practice English at home. Sometimes he corrects my sentences, but he is kind. After dinner, I wash the dishes. Then I clean the table and take out the trash. My brother makes tea for us. We sit in the living room and watch a TV show. We use English subtitles. I understand some words, but not all of them. When the actors speak fast, I feel confused. My brother says, "Don't worry, listening takes time." I know he is right. At 8:30, I study again. I open my notebook and review new words. I practice pronunciation. I say words slowly. Water, better, city, little, important, comfortable. In American English, some sounds are soft. My teacher says practice is the key. So I repeat the words many times, then I write a short diary entry. Today was a busy day. I went to English class in the morning. I learned how to talk about plans. After class, I bought a sandwich and ate lunch in the park. Then I studied at the library. I bought groceries and cooked dinner. I feel tired, but I am proud of myself. Writing in English is not easy for me, but I like it. It helps me think in English. I do not need perfect sentences. I just need practice. Every day, my diary gets a little better. At 9:30, I call my friend Sarah. She lives in another city. She's also learning English. We speak for 10 minutes in English. At first, it feels strange because we usually speak our own language. But we want to practice, so we try. We ask simple questions. How was your day? What did you eat? What are you going to do tomorrow? We laugh when we make mistakes.